this Samvad session. With out of those hundreds who became free, we have one more interesting story here to tell about, and which will help you to guide in your journey. We have Mr. Sanjay D'souza, whose life has been transformed into Mr. Sanjay 2.0. To tell in short, Mr. Sanjay is 55 years young. He was diabetic, bit overweight for about 20 years, and diagnosed with hypertension and dyslipidemia since last 4 years. Within a short period of span, he achieved his goal and is free of medicines and lost a lot of weight. So let us hear his amazing story. So Mr. Sanjay, I welcome you.
Good evening, Dr. Aparna.
Good evening. So we'd like to know how your journey with FFD began.
Sure. Good evening, everybody who are on this call. First of all, I experienced Dr. Pramod Tripathi and his idea when I was working at a bank where I presently work at an offsite of 2 days. Was very, very impressed and captivated since then on his way of doing things. However, being a very hardcore non-veg foodie, the thought of turning vegan was highly repulsive. And it delayed my start to the FFD by almost 10 years.
Okay.
Then sometime in December 21, that is last year, just before the wave 3 came in of COVID, I was connected to Dr. Tripathi on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I saw his invitation for an onboarding session and thought I'll explore FFD. Post that session, it didn't take me more than 5 minutes to decide to join.
That was great.
Basically, it's an idea whose time had come for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing the power of Dr. Pramod Tripathi in a physical session, I enrolled both for the IRP batch of 78 and TRP batch of 81 in January 22.
Okay.
So here I am.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just give you a background.
Yeah. And how did you feel when you came to know that you are free of all medicines? You don't need to take now when you were told about that.
Yeah. I will come to that by telling you the story of what happened when I joined FFD. Okay. I've been a diabetic for over 2 decades, that Dr. Aparna just mentioned. History of diabetics was there on my paternal side. However, I've controlled the same through oral medicines over the decades.
Yes.
But they were increasing in dosages without any insulin. As years went by, I grew very well in my career, which got uninvited stress in increasing dosages into my life, compounded by my sedentary lifestyle. Consequences of this was, I started putting on weight, and soon medicines for cholesterol and BP got added also in my life.
Right.
Soon after I enrolled for IRP, I took this test, the medical test to Thyrocare, and started my FFD journey in the last week of December 21.
Yeah.
I started following FFD protocol phase 1 very sincerely, the protocol of diet and simple exercises with very less deviations.
Okay, so that is very important.
Yeah. I started experiencing symptoms of itching and headaches and all that, which I presume to be that of detoxification of my usually acidic body.
Right.
However, my FFD doctor finally asked me to do a COVID test. And on Jan 1st, 22, I was certified COVID patient.
Oh, so in that journey, you had the whole COVID also.
At the very start of it. So by Jan 8th, I completely recovered of COVID and restarted my diet and exercise protocols. I recovered completely by Jan 22nd, when I was part of a TRP at Pune. This is 14 days. I reversed the entire journey of over 2 decades of taking diabetic medicines.
That's amazing. 14 days is a very short period to achieve anything.
Yes. I experienced the joy of being completely off diabetic medicines. I must say that this was far, far ahead of any of my expectations, even of my dreams.
Yes. True.
I never imagined that there was so much of miracle reserve inside of me that was waiting to be tapped and to undo the damage I'd done to myself over the last 2 decades.
Correct.
Other health parameters also started improving, and by the end of 3 months, my medicines of cholesterol and BP also fully stopped.
How you feel that day? It was must have
I
been
felt
great.
tremendously free, tremendously free.
Right, right. And what was about your weight loss? By the time you had lost all weight also?
Yeah, I will share this experience to you as well on weight loss. With the onset of COVID lockdowns, when work from home was a new normal, I used to take brisk walks for almost a year,
Okay.
2 hours a day, 1 hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. Not just on a flat road, but also on roads with lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that this would keep me fit and get me to lose the unwanted fat.
Okay. But that didn't give any result.
Yeah, to my distress, I did not lose even a millimeter on my waist
Okay.
or a gram in my weight,
Oh,
despite 2 hours of walking.
right, right.
When I joined FFD, I weighed about 99 kilos and peaked about 102 kgs before I adopted the FFD way.
That was quite a lot. Yes.
Yeah, 102 is when I started. Within 3 months, I weighed just 83 kilos, a drop of 19 kilos from my peak pre-FFD weight.
Yes, that was a great achievement. In 3 months' time, off all medicines, weight loss, and what I know, your liver health also improved in this period, isn't it?
I'm sure. My fitness levels also started improving tremendously by
Right,
following what FFD prescribed.
right.
At the end of month 1, I was able to do 120 chair Surya Namaskars in one sitting.
Oh, good.
When on the first day, the gap between my knee and my forehead was over a feet when I sat on the chair.
Right.
Okay, at the end of month 2, when I struggled, at the start of month 2, I was struggling to do one standing Surya Namaskar.
Uh-huh.
But every day I tried to increase a couple of repeats.
Right.
Towards the end of month 2, I was doing around 50 standing Surya Namaskar for about 2 or 3 consecutive days. But just before the start of month 3, end of month 2, I managed to do 108 standing Surya Namaskars.
Wow, that should be a really that's a great experience you must have had. So much
Yes.
of difference in your waist and somewhere tummy.
Yes,
That you can manage all this. That's
it did.
so good. What is
So if I were to summarize,
on all this?
sorry?
They must have had some your family, like with your previous schedules, they must have given you some. You won't be able to do this and all. And now, when you achieved all, what was their reaction to all this?
They were simply amazed.
Yeah.
They did not imagine my fitness levels to have come to the level I am today at.
Yes.
They discovered a new me
Yeah.
emerging from my shadows.
Right.
But I was ably helped by my diet expert and exercise expert. See, all this time I tried to do basis my understanding without any scientific justifications or any data.
Mhm.
I was amazed at the space my dietitians and exercise expert gave to me. This helped me go into my hidden reserves and chisel out all the excess weight and shape I had gained over the years. As I progressed toward the exercise regime, my family was amazed that my body started getting into shape.
Right.
My trouser waist shrunk from 40 plus to 34 minus
Oh.
within 3 months. And a few trousers I bought along the way for work routines now indicated that I had bought the wrong size.
So total change of wardrobe.
Yes, anyway, a very happy problem to manage.
Yes, right.
Okay, but all this did not come so easily.
Mhm.
I had several symptoms of discomfort or localized pain, which started disappearing slowly as I focused on the journey and goals ahead under the guidance of the experts at FFD.
What
All
you
of these are now gone. Sorry?
What goals you have set for yourself?
No. One is I want to be a good cycling athlete.
Great.
I will start running very soon.
Oh,
I hope to drop down my weight even further
yes.
and clear my GTD as well.
Yeah, that's a great achievement. Yes. And how much cycling do you do daily? May not be daily, but once in a week or so.
See, it all began about 45 years back. I really stopped cycling completely when I was a young kid, because when I got into college,
You're 55 and you're saying you stopped it at
10 years of age.
10 years of age.
Because after that, you got into other sports and cycling was never interesting.
That's a quite big gap.
Yeah, but the very interesting fact is as follows. As I went on my holiday recently to Goa, I saw the roads were fantastically, and they were beckoning me to try cycling.
Right.
So I started cycling almost after 45 years of early childhood. And given the protocol of month 1, month 2, month 3, I managed to locate a cycle, and I was cycling 30 kilometers a day on an average.
Oh,
Some days I did almost 40 kilometers in 2 hours
wow.
without taking any break or any stop after any flyover climbing.
Nothing, no
Okay,
water gap, nothing, no break for water.
nothing, no huffing, puffing, nothing.
Hmm.
Okay, even when I came to Bombay after my vacation, I did cycling of about 40 kilometers in 2 hours in Bombay roads.
Okay.
Okay, just before the rains.
Ah,
And
yes.
now I'm looking to my post-monsoon cycling to come back.
Yeah.
I don't try it in the monsoon because of risk involved on the
Right.
roads. So post-monsoon, I'll definitely start this journey again.
Yes, true. And I know that you need to travel a lot for your job, isn't it?
Yes,
So how
yes,
do you manage all your exercise and other diet things? Because people really worry about these such things.
yes. I'll tell you. See, basically what happens is, one thing if I were to tell everyone what to do, we have to simply focus on our well-being, because that is why we have joined FFD. That's point one. This program is designed with a lot of research and study. So all people like us who are amateurs need to simply follow it. All you do is what is asked of us, and you'll experience these results. Now, as I began traveling, okay, first thing that automatically comes to anyone is to start making excuses. Okay, I travel 5 days a week, 2-3 weeks at a stretch,
Okay.
and I'm in the car or a flight or somewhere almost for 5-6 hours a day.
Mhm.
Okay, I began my day very early, about 8:30, and wind up about 9:30, 10, 11 sometimes.
Okay.
Now, in my travel bag, in the place of a medicine box, I carry all smoothie powders, super green powders, chia
That's
seeds,
superb.
rock salt. I procure my lemons locally and
Right.
don't miss my smoothie any day.
Yeah.
I
That's
also
very
organize a yoga mat at the hotel or at the guest house if I'm staying, or at a friend's house, wherever I stay in the night.
Mm-hmm.
In my travel bag, I also carry a resistance band and a toner tube
Oh,
for my exercises.
yeah.
Okay, this is what I do when I travel.
Mm-hmm. Right. And one more important thing when you're telling, such hiccups do come for everybody. Like you had COVID in the beginning, and then everybody feels how to go about in such situations, right? Getting back again to the program. How was that experience for you?
No, that experience is very, very real. See, one was getting over that and beginning the protocol.
Yes.
Thankfully, the protocol is so beautifully designed for amateurs like all of us who join. We are completely out of shape. Okay. One thing I've learned is do not overdo anything in the protocol. A lot of our pains are because of our overdoing. In our enthusiasm to see fast results, we end up making mistakes. I'll narrate a couple of them for you so that you don't repeat the same. For example, as a part of the first month, we are told do anti-gravity.
Yeah.
You walk about 100 steps up and down after every meal, 1 hour 45 minutes. As I got comfortable, I started walking 600 stairs at one shot in about 12 and a half minutes. But very comfortably, no huffing, puffing, no sweating, nothing. I happened to talk to one of the exercise experts in FFD. He told me, please stop this immediately. If you overdo this, within 3 months, your knees will have to be replaced with a knee replacement surgery. Okay. I respected his opinion and I straight away came down to 100 again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Second part, I was doing a 3-to-1 exercise during the month 3 after intermittent fasting, the next protocol that comes is 3-to-1. I was doing 1 hour of rigorous exercises in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. This led to my BSS sugars rising, given the restricted diets that we were on. I soon, basis advice, reduced my enthusiasm and dropped my exercise pattern to 1 hour a day.
Yes. Correct. Correct. So it was very interesting to hear your amazing story of all this freedom. And this story can be achieved by the audience, if you know, by everybody of you. What you have to simply do is to join hands with our holistic transformation program with a very good expert for technical support and personal touch. And you can have the good health, enjoy your health, and have freedom. That's how we sign out. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. D'Souza, for joining
Thank you
us.
very much. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.